Today we're going to talk about brainstorming ideas for your business and how to turn that brainstorming into finding ideas for a profitable niche. Hey, Gary Baker here with 30minutemarketing.net. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe so you can understand and learn more to market your message in less time and understand that it's not about faster, it's about focus. So go ahead, hit that red subscribe button down there, hit the bell, and let's get started. So we're going to jump into brainstorming, but before we get started with brainstorming, we want to understand that we want to make sure that we're focused on the task at hand. So the best thing to do that I found is to open up Google and type in timer, of course 30-minute marketing, and of course the backstory of Eugene Schwartz, always using the timer for 33 minutes and 33 seconds. Gets us started and gets us focused on the task at hand, and of course we hit the start button. And that'll start the countdown. And of course, if you're wearing headphones, which I always do when I work, it's just one of the things that allows me to focus is when I put either my headset or my other headphones on, I know I'm down, it's time for business. So that's one tip, is the first tip is to focus on the task at hand, and that is brainstorming. So the second tip I want to jump into is to make sure you keep a track of your brainstorming. Keep a record. Okay, it doesn't really matter how you do this. In this case, I've opened up a Google Doc and I've just labeled it Brainstorming 12 August 2019. And then of course on my Google Drive, I've saved that file, and then under my Google Drive I have a niche brainstorms directory. Old brainstorms 30mm stands for 30-minute marketing brainstorms. Create a directory structure that meets your needs. Or maybe you already have a place where you keep all your ideas. Another way I do this is if I'm not at my computer, sometimes if I'm away and I'm just brainstorming on my cell phone when I'm standing in line or maybe waiting, getting my car fixed or something like that, I just email messages to myself. If I don't have access to Google Drive Docs or whatever, I just want to take a quick note. So with that being said, again, we're focused here. This is all we're doing is we're thinking, and we're looking for ideas. We're simply just keeping our mind open to the idea of what it is we like, what it is we think we might like, what a niche that we could really see ourselves in for the next 5 to 10 years. Okay? And of course, this brainstorming session, you don't have to answer all those questions. You're just, again, looking for ideas, and of course, just at a high level, checking to make sure they're profitable. And as we go through this, you'll be able to see how that sort of works as we dig deeper, as we drill down, as we narrow our focus at a high level. And with that said, let's just jump right into it, okay? So what I'm using here is a tool called dmoztools.net. Of course, I'll leave a link in the description to everything you see in this video, so you can just click on that for ease of reference. But what this does is there was formerly a site called DMOZ, and basically it's a community where it just lists these groups of ideas. It's a directory site, kind of like in the old days, and I believe Yahoo still has the same kind of thing, and Amazon has really built this out, and typically that's the go-to site, but I wanted to sort of show you something outside of Amazon, because Amazon, in my opinion, Amazon, when you're trying to do something like brainstorming on Amazon, it's kind of like being on Facebook and brainstorming. You sort of lose sight of what it is you're doing, and you sort of get focused in on what Amazon and where Amazon is leading you, and Amazon is there for you to go shopping. Okay, so even if you're doing research, even if you're doing it in an incognito tab, still yet you might get distracted. So we'll use this site dmoztools.net, and as you can see right here, I've been here a few times. You can see the colors changed here, but we're just going to go ahead and we're going to start with recreation because it's in the middle and it grabbed my attention. So we'll click on recreation, and then you're going to see that you're going to have subcategories. So as you can see, this is already taking you from recreation at the top level, and it's drilled you down into more subcategories. And as you go down through here, you're just going to be like, oh wow, there are a lot of categories here, and of course there's more related categories down here. Don't get too caught up in the categories. Just, again, this is a brainstorming session. That timer is running in the background, so focus on the task at hand, and let's think about this as we're just gathering ideas, but let's focus on one idea. So gardening has grabbed my attention. We're going to click on gardening. As you can see, we're drilling even further down in here. So we got bonsai trees, we got hydroponics, we got kids gardening, we got organic. Organic's cool. We're going to click on organic. Okay, organic is taking us in here. Now you can see that we have related categories even further. Soil and additives, sustainable agriculture, seed savers, organic food, open pollination, genetics. Okay, so we're going to take a look and we're going to click on organic farming. And at some point this is going to bring it down to where you sort of get the idea. Okay, and you have all this stuff where you're talking about biodynamic farming, compost, marketing, organic gardening, and I believe that's where we were a minute ago, and of course it takes us right back up. So we're sort of at the bottom where this can take us as far as drilling down in here to see just this brainstorming idea of recreational took us to this idea of organic gardening. So what's the next step? Well, the next step is to obviously go to Google, or that's my next step. So my next step is going to go to Google. But when I go to Google, I'm looking for a specific thing, not just organic gardening, because organic gardening is going to return tons and tons of information about how to do organic gardening. And the key to this brainstorming session was for us to find a topic, to get an idea, to find a niche, and the niche is organic gardening. So in this case, we're going to go to Google. We're going to be looking for what's called PLR. PLR is private label rights. So this is basically content that people, authors are generating, and vendors out there are creating this content because they know people are looking for content in this niche for blogging, for their own products, right? Whatever their niche is inside of. There's lots of different angles you could take with this content, but the key here is, are people generating private label rights or PLR content, and are they selling it? Because if they're generating the content and they're selling it, that means it's a profitable niche. Not only is the niche profitable, being the organic gardening niche means there's money to be made, there's problems to be solved for a target market inside of organic gardening, but there's also a subset of people that are generating content for that problem niche. So right there, you've taken those two things. You understand there's a problem. People are interested. They either have a passion or they have a problem that they need to solve with organic gardening, whether they're allergic to certain types of fertilizer or whatever. This is going to be the next step in this brainstorming, is finding content that we can utilize. Because the great thing about PLR content is you can look inside of it and you can utilize it. If you purchase it, you have full and complete rights to use it as your own and take it, and then you can keep going down, keep brainstorming, but you know that this content that you purchase with PLR rights is yours to use as you wish. So you don't have to get caught up, and it doesn't slow you down, and you can just focus on the brainstorming of solving people's problem with organic gardening versus the problem that you might have if you just search for organic gardening and you're just taking content that other people have already written, that they put their time and effort into solving the problems inside this niche already. So as you can see here, you can see all the results for organic gardening. So the next step, of course, you could purchase any of these here, but another next step you could take is, for example, you could go to Warrior+Plus. It's one of the marketplaces. It's one of the marketplaces that I use as a vendor and as an affiliate. And you can see right here, you can go into the marketplace and you can actually search the marketplace and you can see the vendors. So then you'd be able to go in here and you could see all the different types of vendors. And of course, I recommend that you search marketplace to see if it's valuable. Now, you may not find what you're looking for in the Warrior+ marketplace, but then again you might, and it might give you a better idea of what's current and what's actually happening right now. So if we were to go and just search organic here, let's see what we find. Because the thing is you're looking for something that recently came out. This came out recently. Of course, I was an affiliate for this, so I'm aware of this product. And of course, you can see here that was pretty recent, so that probably did pretty well. And you can take a look at that. And of course, you could click on that offer, and you can go ahead and we'll see exactly what that offer did. For some reason, that said that's an invalid link. Don't know what happened there. Okay, so Warrior+ had a little hiccup there, but that's okay. So we're back inside the Warrior+ dashboard. We were in Marketplace trying to search there, but what I've done is I've just switched over to Affiliate, and I went into Offers, and I did the same thing for that organic search, because we were focused here on this Absolute Gardening PLR. And as you can see here, the launch date for that PLR was 2019 6/20, and you can see here that it sold 250 copies of the PLR pack. So again, that shows you that not only are people interested in organic gardening from what we already saw in the DMOZ tools, and of course we looked at the Google search, but you can also see that people are generating content to sell for people that need content, that are targeting people that are interested in organic gardening. So if that makes sense, you can understand the way that we're looking at this, because here at 30minutemarketing.net, we're also interested in solving the niche problem. So we're looking at the problem of finding a niche. So the niche in this case is organic gardening, and solving the problems or understanding that people have a passion for gardening and they want to do it in an organic style or fashion. But we're also focused on being marketers and generating content to solve that problem. So we're taking the niche itself, plus we're doing the research inside of PLR, and we're putting the two together, and we're creating a great package here that we can really work with inside of our brainstorming session. So again, the way to keep moving forward with this research is to look at that offer, and as you can see here, we talked about it. You can see the vendor, and of course you can visit the sales page. And the key here, the reason we're visiting the sales page, is because we're trying to get understanding if we want to utilize this PLR in our research inside of our brainstorming. So in this case, you just scroll through here real quick, and you can look, and you're going to get a feel for PLR later down the road, and understanding how it's going to help you in your brainstorming. There are lots of sites where you can just go and you can join and become a member, and I'll also use some of those, and I'll leave a link to one of them down here. It's called PLR Assassin. It's just a database. But when you go to a thing like this that's new, the reason that we're using the affiliate marketplace, or the marketplace on Warrior+Plus, we're looking for something that's recent, within the last 6 months to a year. And as you can see, this PLR pack about organic gardening is very recent, so you're going to be getting quite up-to-date information. And you can get it right here for $17. Of course, like I said, I am an affiliate for this, and there will be a link. It's not really the point of this video, but I just want to show you, and so you can understand from the perspective of doing this brainstorming, and the way that you just focus on the things that you can utilize to help you in your brainstorming, to help you in your path, to help you do more, to market your message faster. That's the focus piece. Okay? Of course, if you join the Facebook group, again, I've done some niche research, and one of the niche research I did here was on organic gardening, and you can see here the Absolute Organic Gardening PLR review, and you can see some niche research that I've done here for you. Of course, there'll be a link to join the Facebook group. You can get more information like that. And as always, you can hop over to Amazon, and you can just pop in organic gardening. And you can see right there, you can see all the searches here, organic gardening book, and there you go. There's some more research. And again, I want to focus on the idea and the concept of you'll be able to look inside these books and get great ideas. So once you click on that, you'll be able to go here. And this is the majority of people already understand that once you can look inside this book, you can click here, and you'll be able to see inside this book and get ideas. But the thing is like I said, the issue here is when you're looking inside the book, this is the table of contents. This is, the book that they've published and copyrighted, so you don't have exclusive rights to use it. Of course, you could buy this book, and that's a great strategy inside of brainstorming, is to get a book, get a copy of it, look inside of it, buy the book, read it, and then generate your own ideas based off of it, a collection of ideas, and then put that information together, of course, to answer those ideas for organic gardening. But the focus here again is on starting that timer. Get that timer running. The time will be running in the background. It keeps you focused. It keeps you going. You're recording everything you find. So here, you would just be writing down organic gardening, and then you would just be popping in all these links. You would just be popping in links that you find, so you'd be keeping those organized. Your Google searches for PLR, your products that you find on Warrior+. Say, hey, I don't want to buy this right now, but I might come back to this and look at it a little bit later when I decide that organic gardening is for me. I can come back, I can buy this PLR pack, I can use it to generate blog topics, blog ideas, blog posts. I can create a Facebook page, or I can do all this stuff with the content I found. And that's just a general idea of taking the time, focusing on just putting everything away and focusing on brainstorming. Brainstorming just gives you the simple idea of I'm focused on one topic, one idea, one search, and it all started there, like I said, with dmoztools.net. Of course, you can see in that directory when you go back to the main home page, it's just going to give you a directory of ideas that you can use to brainstorm. And as I showed you real quick, I sort of led you down the path of just clicking on a topic, a main topic, and drilling into each subcategory, taking you through each effort and saying, okay, this is each subcategory, and just going through the effort of digging into that subcategory and then finding something. And then of course utilizing dmoz.tools, the directories, the subdirectories, finding something like organic gardening inside that subdirectory, going to Google, looking for that organic gardening keyword, that topic, that niche, adding PLR to the end of it, finding really good quality content that you can use to continue your brainstorming. And then that way you'll be able to find a profitable niche, generate ideas and concepts to use to solve problems, real problems for real people. And that is how you pick a profitable niche, and that's how you use brainstorming to come up with great business ideas. Okay, so I hope that information was good. If you have any other sites that you use, please go ahead and leave a comment and let me know if you used DMOZ before. Now, if you used dmoztools.net to do this kind of search, any other kind of recommendation you can make, I would appreciate it. Everybody's watching the video. I'm sure they get a lot of value out of it as well. So please feel free to share that information if you would like to. Again, join the Facebook group. I would love to see you there. Give me a thumbs up, give me a thumbs down if this content was helpful. Of course, ring the bell. There'll be another video here on the end screen. Go ahead, check that video out, and there'll be a 30-minute timer. Click on that timer and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this one, where we talk about how to focus on things like brainstorming and using shortcuts like PLR to really dig into a niche, make sure it's profitable, and help people that have real problems. All right, that's it. Gary Baker with 30minutemarketing.net. I'll talk to you later. Bye.